It's not the first time that I'm entering a low spend year. I actually did it in 2023. Yes, and in 2024, I was able to buy two properties. So I'm living proof that it works. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Darling's Diary. I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in. Seriously, I'm really happy. Thank you for that. By the title of the video, today is gonna be a more serious topic, but a topic that I think is necessary. And since we're at the beginning of the year, I think it's perfect to talk about it now. So it's gonna be more grown, more serious, but I hope that you guys gonna find maybe tools to help you out, or maybe you guys are actually already decided to be on a low spend year this year, so we can do it together and share tips. So as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, or comment, and let's dive right into it. So first thing first, I wanted to start the video by saying that it's not the first time that I'm entering a low spend year. I actually did it in 2023 and 2024. No, I actually did it in 2023. Yes, and in 2024, I was able to buy two properties. So I'm living proof that it works. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there because I know there's a lot of videos, and sometimes people, and it's okay, people are talking about something they haven't experienced, and everyone is entitled to have an opinion. Or if it's a new journey, obviously it's okay for you, it's completely okay for you to share, also. But I just wanted to put it out there that what I'm talking about, I'm a living proof that it actually worked, and I because I did it before. So that's just a little message that I want to put it out there. But okay, let's jump right into it. So what do I mean by a low spend year? For me, a low spend year for me is to be more intentional with my spending. So I'm gonna think twice before spending any type of money. And it might be a little bit dramatic, or it might be a little bit, going too far. But guys, even me wanting to spend on a $10 lipstick or $20 lipstick, I'm gonna think about it. So it might be a little bit too much for a lot of people, but it works for me. Before diving how I'm gonna do it, I want to dive into why I'm doing it. The same reason of why I did it in 2023 is because I have some goal that I set myself. I want to align my spending goals with my personal and business goals and investment goals. So I'm actually working on a big project for 2026, 2027 that I'm not sharing yet because it's so new. But eventually, I hope that you guys gonna come along with me with this journey. I'm gonna be able to share with you guys like along the way. But yeah, so the main reason of why I'm entering a low spend year in 2026, it's mainly because of my business and investments goal. So there's a certain amount that I want to save specifically for that project. That makes me made me rethink about how I'm spending right now my money, which I never been too crazy, but I would say in 2025 I went a little bit crazy, but it's okay because I set that tone at the beginning of the year of 2025. I set the tone that I wanted to enjoy a little bit more. I did that, and it's fine. I do not regret it. But in year 2026, I'm gonna be a little bit more intentional with my spending to align myself with my goals. So I would say another reason is my personal growth. So in year 2026, I want to be more intentional in how I spend, yes, my money, but also my time. So, because there's a lot of personal growth for me this year, I don't think I will have that much time to spend money anyway. So, by that, what I mean is that I want to spend more time with God. So, I want to expand my faith a little bit more. Not only that, also I'm focusing on my health and my workout regimen and my lifestyle as well toward going toward that. So I did lose some weight, and I'm really really glad in 2025. So I'm transforming my body as well. So yeah, I just felt like there's a little, I'm not gonna say can I say a shift? I guess that shift started in 2025, but in 2026 is more so a continuity. It's more so a continuity of what I already started in 2025. So yeah, I wanna stay away a little bit more of everything that is, or anything that's more materialistic, and dive more into my spirituality, my mental health, and all of those things. So, yeah, I would say that that's the second reason. Okay, guys. So now that we set the tone, I explained to you guys why I am during a low spend year. Now let's dive into how to maintain a low spend year. And it's gonna be different for everyone. But I'm gonna share what worked before for me. So that's why I'm gonna do it again this upcoming year. So, first advice that I have for you is first advice I have for you is to completely say no to impulse shopping and buying. Don't do it. And what I mean by that, let me give you an example. We all been there when you were at the store and you saw something that was on sale that you don't necessarily need it now, but it's maybe a product that you used before that you like, or maybe a product that you wanted to try out one day and it's on sale, so you're gonna buy it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It was not planned, so you don't need it. So if you really need it, then it's gonna be the next point I'm gonna talk to you guys about. But if it's an impulse buying that you didn't plan at all, do not buy it. Even if it was $5, $10, $2, if it was not planned, do not buy it. And it goes for anything. And another example that I could give you, like we all receiving marketing email of your favorite stores that they're gonna have a sell this, a sell that. My advice for you guys would be to unsubscribe yourself to all of those things. So that's what I did at the beginning of the year. I unsubscribed myself to all my favorite online store that I usually like to shop. I just completely unsubscribe, so I don't even have that incentive of buying or spending money, because I don't know for you guys, but that's not what I usually do. But I will be just chilling, being at home, and then Meshki is one of my favorite store. So I will receive, and Meshki is not cheap. It's not like a luxury brand, but Meshki ain't cheap. So I will receive a Meshki email saying, "Oh, there's a 30% off, or 25 to 30% off," and I will go on the app and I will shop. But without receiving that email, I would have not bought those items because I didn't need them. So this is another example on how you can prevent yourself of having those impulse buying So that's another example. But yeah, I would say that's my first advice for you guys. So now that we talk about the impulse buying, let's talk about the intentional purchases. So I would say my second advice for you guys is to have fewer intentional purchases, because what's gonna happen, you could train your mind and say, oh well, let me plan my spending then. Let me plan that the Sephora sale is usually in June, so I know in June I will spend XY amount of money, but I'm gonna plan it so it's okay. Well, yeah, it's okay because you plan it and that's what you're supposed to do. You put it in your budget, but the goal is to have a low spend year, right? So it's to do things differently that you used to do before. So if you usually spend four, five, $600 in the Aritzia sale or the Zara sale, usually you do that. Well, this year it could be $100, 150. Maybe it's gonna be one item that you really, really wanted, that you're gonna say to yourself, "Oh, let me spend on that." Another example that maybe not related to fashion, it could be food, ordering food. So do you usually say, oh, every Friday or every Saturday, I'm not cooking, I'm doing a restaurant or I'm ordering food? Well, let's not do that. Let's do it once a month. Let's once a month um, say to yourself, okay, let me go to a nice restaurant that I always wanted to try, or let me ordering food because I, did it. Yeah, because I just want to enjoy myself. I would say that would be that to me will be more so have fewer intentional purchases. And for food, I don't know for you guys, but for me, what I would do is also to remove my Uber Eat app, or if you're door dashing or whatever the app that you're using, I would say my advice for you is to remove it. And yeah, that's just one example, but again, it's to be more intentional with your purchases. So if you know this is how you used to do things, now let's see how you can cut on them, cut on those purchases. So that would be a summary of my second advice. My other advice for you guys, and that's how I apply it, it will be quality over quantity. So, and that I think is more so relatable for a woman fashion in the fashion world. So I'm more so when I say that thinking about fashion, clothing. So it's easy to again have a sale. You like a nice outfit and you're like, oh my God, it would look so good. And maybe when I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna be able to wear it. Or, during summer, I'm gonna be able to wear it if I go this, if I do that. Um, and then what it end up doing is you buy pieces that you might wear once or even twice, but that's it. So that's not what you want. Like I love buying quality pieces over quantity. So I would say that I have reduced my wardrobe greatly throughout the years. I don't buy so much clothes, especially because I'm working from home. My business is at home. My corporate job is at home. So I don't go out that much, to be honest. So I don't have the need to buy that much clothes anyway. But even when I intentionally set some money to buy myself some clothing, especially now I'm on a weight loss journey. So I'm tailoring some of the clothing that I already have, but then also sometimes it's nice to buy pieces that fit you already. So those pieces that I'm going to buy are going to be a little bit more pricier, but it will help me build a more capsule wardrobe. So when I'm buying clothing, I'm always thinking about, oh, how many ways I'm going to be able to style that item. For example, the Aritzia Effortless pants. I have one in black, but I bought it like 2 years ago. So it's a little bit big for me. But even that, I'm still wearing it with a belt and it looks good. But I have the black one, and those are like $170, like Canadian, obviously, but they're almost $200 for one pence. Um, so it could be more on the pricier side, but this pant come to me so handy when I don't know what to wear. I throw this pants because uh just the shape, the form, everything about this pants is so classy. And then because it's black, I can wear whatever I want at the top. So I'm talking about like those type of pieces. Now I do love fashion, so sometimes I'm still gonna buy pieces that I might not be able to wear 10 or 15 ways, but I try to cut a little bit back on those pieces and building a more capsule, minimal wardrobe that you can mix match with a lot of things. So I gravitated also more into neutral colors, pastel colors. I do have love a little bit of punch, especially when it's summer or when I travel. But for my everyday wear, I try to, stay around those lines. And another rule that I have, or and another advice for you guys, is one in, one out. So what I mean by that, for example, if I would have to buy a bag in 2026, so far I don't plan on buying any bag in 2026. Maybe that will change, but I would have to sell one bag that I already have. So it will be one out and then I can have one in. Or if I buy one, then I have to out something else. So I need to sell something that I have. So that helps me too. But especially, I would say this rule is you can apply it to anything, but I would say it's more relating to luxury item because usually they tend to be really really pricey. But what's nice about luxury item is that the resale market, the pre-love market, is a really good market. So if you buy something or you want to get your money back, depending on the bag or the item, you can get your money back, or maybe not 100%, but at least 80 or 80% and up. So yeah, it's one in, one out. Because I would say something to you guys. Um, in terms of finances, you'll have your fixed expenses and you'll have your variable expenses. Usually, your fixed expenses are set, you already know how much you need to budget. But when it comes to the variables and those that you have not written down, that's usually where you spend most of your money, and you might not have planned it and you not even think that, oh my god, I spent maybe four, five, or $600 this month on this. And when you look back, you didn't need to spend those, you know you didn't have to spend that money on those things. So I would say that it's good to be intentional in that sense. And that brings me to my next point. It's important for you to budget and to write everything down. So after the end of each month, I like to do a recap. So I do have an Excel spreadsheet when I have my budget of the year, and I like to do a recap to see exactly on what I spend during the month. It gives me a clear idea because when you see it like black and white, you're like, oh my god, I spent too much at this, or I ordered too much food. Oh, I spent too much on Starbucks. Oh, why I spent that much when I was at Sephora, etc., etc. So it's good to have a recap every month of how was your spend, like on what you spend and on what did you spend, and you can adjust yourself for the following month. So that would be my other advice for you guys. And if you want me to share my Excel spreadsheet, I will do it gladly. So let me know if you guys are interested. But yeah, I would say to keep track of your spending, that would be a really, really good habit to have. Another tips I would have for you guys is to spend less time on social media. And when I think about social media, not necessarily social media, but I would say spend to be more intentional with the content that you're watching and listening to. And what I mean by that is that on YouTube, there's a lot of podcasts, for example, but a lot of great podcasts to help you grow, or YouTube videos that give you advice, or somehow give you something. There's a plus value in the content. I would say yes, you can consume those, but don't spend that much time scrolling. I would say I think the worst for me is TikTok. Not that I don't like TikTok, I like TikTok, but throughout between all of the social media apps that I have, I spend less time on TikTok and Instagram. Why those two? Is because I feel they try to influence you, and that's why we there's a lot of influencer, but I think they like to if there's a lot of influence on those apps like TikTok and Instagram, where they push products on you. And sometimes I just caught my, like, even like this week, I had to check myself because I keep seeing a lot of reviews about the new press powder from Uda. And guys, I'm gonna insert a clip of the amount of powders that I have, and you'll see a clip. Like, I'm gonna put it here. So this, all the powders that I have that are not finished. And I was thinking, but because I kept seeing videos about the beauty influencer talking about the Huda Beauty press powder, the new press powder, I was like, oh, I want to try it out. And I had to check myself and say, no, you don't need it. You'll have enough powders. Like, finish those that you have. You don't need anyone. You don't need any more. It's so that's what I mean. Like, it's so easy to get influence when you spend time on those apps, because they're gonna push a product on your face, and you're gonna scroll, you're gonna see it one time, two time, three time, four time, and it's just gonna be in your mind, and it will create a false narrative that you need this product, but you don't need it. So in order to help me with these, like, this overconsumption of videos and content, I try to limit myself on TikTok and Instagram. I think Instagram is less like that, to be honest, but TikTok is really, they like to push a product or two or three or four. So I tend to not spend time, or as little as I can, on TikTok. So yeah, I would say be more intentional with the content that you consume. And that's why I love YouTube. YouTube, yes, people can push product on you, but, well, that's not my algorithm, to be honest. I just love YouTube. And now you might be, oh my God, darlings, your year 2026 is gonna be so boring. What you gonna do, girl? There's 365 days in the year, and you're not gonna spend nothing? Well, no, that's not true. So, um, yes, you need to be disciplined, but that, the title of the video is not no spend year, but low spend year. You should still enjoy life and be able to enjoy life, but maybe be more intentional with it and budget a little bit better, how you're gonna spend your money. For example, I love traveling. Usually when I travel, I don't really have a budget that is set, if I'm being honest. I'm not gonna spend crazy on a lot of things, but I go crazy when I travel. I will say that. But which I'm not going to do in 2026. Yes, I'm going to travel, but every trips that I'm going to take, I'm going to have a budget that will be set. So that will make me plan a little bit better, a little bit more my trips, because usually I book my flight last minute, my hotels last minute, and even the activities. Sometimes I do have an idea of what I want to do, but it's not set, and I just go with the flow, which is really, really fun. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. However, at the end of my trip, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I spent so much. One of my worst trips, guys, was in Greece. I spent so much. This is crazy. Maybe one day I will do a breakdown, but I was not ready. I spent so much when I went uh to Greece. So yeah. Well, that's a story for another day. But yeah, so I have an upcoming trips. I have an upcoming trip next month for my birthday. It's gonna be my birthday month. Eve. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set a budget for that trip. So that's what I'm saying is okay to spend, and you should identify all of the categories or all of the things that you're willing to spend on, but just have a set budget for each category and do not go overboard. I would say try also to have free activities, things that would be fun, but that would be free. For example, well, I live in Quebec, so now it's winter, so a little bit different. But during summer, when it's gonna be nice, I'm willing to what I want to do this year is to go hiking way more. So those things are pretty much free. Obviously, you need to drive yourself out there, so gas ain't free, but the activity itself is free. So that's what I mean. Like, try to plan things that are fun, that will stimulate your body, your mind, but that don't necessarily gonna cost you a lot of money. So it's okay to have fun. Just be intentional with your fun. And it's so important to enjoy life. So I'm not gonna say, guys, do not spend, just stay home. That's not living. But you should be willing to make sacrifices. Those are important for sure. So guys, that concludes the video. Oh my god, I had so much fun doing this video. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Also, let me know if that helped you. Are you entering a low spend year? Because of the title, maybe you're interested in, or you already had, or you already wanted to enter a new year, a low spend year. Let me know what you guys think about my advices. Do you have any other tips too? I think, there might have been other things I could have included, but I didn't want like a too long video. But if you guys want a part two or have more questions regarding the subject, well, please let me know, and I'll be so happy to dive a little bit more about maybe the financial aspect of things, like how I saved, or all the tools that I have, or my type of investments. So if you guys are interested in that, I know it can be maybe a little bit too like, it might be a serious topic, but maybe you guys are interested. But let me know if this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay healthy. Bye.